welcome to Tina Renee's Dollhouse. I'm your host, Tina Renee, and today on the Dollhouse, we're going to be talking with one of my favorite type of people, an actress. Help me welcome Miss Nicole, Denise Hodges.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to be taking questions straight from our online viewers and get your input on it.
Okay.
Now, we know you just finished a film, Tragedy of a Mother and Son, which enabled you to become SAG eligible.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the film and your role as Teresa.
Okay. I just finished a SAG project called Tragedy of a Mother and Son. It is an urban gangster drama. Basically, it's got some drama, it's got some gangster, and it's very urban. I play one of the lead female roles. My character's name is Teresa, otherwise known as Miss Brown. Basically, Miss Brown runs into a problem that many mothers, run into, which is having a rebellious teenager, a teenager who wants to control the household and wants things to go her way. So my character, Teresa, has to deal with all the drama that this teenager brings into the household. Is she right? Is she wrong? And she has to somehow find a way to bring everyone together in the end to try to resolve all of the issues that do come up.
Okay. Now, how in tune, I guess, is the character Teresa with your own personality? Very much so alike, very different? How?
Well, I would like to believe that I was cast because my own personality falls right in line with Mrs. Brown. I have a motherly type of personality. I'm not bossy, but I do care for people, and I do have a tendency to want to nurture you, take care of you, give you some helpful tips, just sort of guide you in that motherly way. But I can be stern at times. I have my moments where I can be sweet and soft like my character, and I have my moments where, I can let you know a thing or two. And that's what Teresa has to do. And it's one of the reasons I was so happy to play the role. I had to go from extremely happy and everything in life is great to extremely distraught and my world is crumbling. I had to show one emotion to another, which I obviously have to do in my own life every day. So it's it's just been a great opportunity to play the part. So.
Absolutely. Okay. Which brings us to our next question. When does the film come out? When can we see it? Is there some sort of a following, social network, anything? Is there something on Twitter or anywhere we can follow?
Yes. Well, Tragedy of a Mother and Son has a Facebook page called Tragedy of a Mother and Son. Definitely go online. Please like the page. We've got a lot of photos. We've got cast photos from the set. We're going to be making updates about the production, and it will be coming out the end of this year. And we plan on having a premiere screening sometime in September. So we'll be getting back to everybody about exactly when the movie will be coming out later this year. And we're looking forward to the Tragedy of a Mother and Son premiere.
Great. Okay, now, are you currently with an agency? Or how did you find out about this film? Are you represented right now, or did you just kind of...
Well, the director cast me in the film Tragedy while I was still living in Florida. I just moved from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, here to Los Angeles, California.
How's that working out? How's that working out for you?
Well, it's been an adjustment.
Yes.
I would say the weather has been the only adjustment. I thought when I moved from Florida I was going to be cooler, but I actually moved to a hotter place.
Right.
So I'm getting adjusted to the hot weather. But it's been a great move. I've been here a few weeks, and to answer your question, I don't currently have a talent agency here in Los Angeles. I will be submitting to talent agencies next week me a call.
Right.
Call me.
Do that.
When you get an envelope that says Nicole Denise Hodges, call me.
You heard her. Give her a phone call. Okay, now, how long were you actually doing the, I guess, auditioning process, going through the motions that actors and actresses go through before you got a call for? Because is this your first major role, or you've done previous work, right?
Yes. Well, I was auditioning in Florida, I would say, for 10 or 11 years in the South Florida market. The South Florida market is a great market to work in. I got so much experience. My first TV gig was a reenactment show. I did that for various productions. I had speaking roles. I had a speaking role on I was featured on the reality show South Beach Tow last year, which is a hit show right now. I was very grateful to be seen on South Beach Tow and given an opportunity for the world to see me. And then I met the director, auditioned for him for various projects, and came on board Tragedy. And so now I'm here in LA basically to further my career and just take it to the next level, because this year for me is about going to the next level.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Okay, now our next question. Did you have any type of previous training experience? I know you said you were auditioning, but any type of training?
Yes. Well, first of all, I took drama in high school for 3 years.
You want to shout your high school out?
I went to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, Florida. Hello to any graduates of my year. I won't say what year, but my year. Hello. I took drama in high school for 3 years. I've always wanted to be an actress. I've always been into public speaking, acting. I'm not shy about performing for crowds. I enjoyed it in high school. I got A's in drama. I even actually directed a play, which I did very well on, and I'm still thinking of, getting into directing and producing. But also recently, this year in March, I took a scene study and cold reading class with a very well-known producer, Will Wallace. He produced Oscar-nominated movie Tree of Life. I was honored to take his workshop this year. He had a lot of great things to say about my acting. Thank you, Will.
Right.
And I will continue training and taking workshops because that's definitely important.
Absolutely. Okay, now, you've played several different roles, from prison guards to nurses to reporters to teachers, and the list goes on. What by far has been your most challenging role?
Well, that's a good question. I have played a variety of roles, mainly dramatic, not so comedic, although I am very funny. People, I just want to get that in. People don't know that I can be very funny. They hear this voice, coming from me, and they think, she's serious. But I can be very funny. But to answer your question, I would say the current role in Tragedy, playing Teresa, because Teresa has to cry, Teresa has to laugh, Teresa has to be shocked, confused, sad, worried, happy, excited, loving. And I have never played a part where I had to show every emotion. Most of the time it was only one emotion, just anger, angry or happy. But with this role, I had to go full circle with this character.
So was it somewhat exhausting? Is that a word to you, would you say?
It wasn't exhausting, but it was definitely challenging.
Challenging.
For sure.
Okay.
Challenging, absolutely.
Okay. Now, with your going back to Florida and California, back and forth, how does that work with your scheduling?
Well, right now I have about 7 feature films in Florida that I am slated to be a part of. I also have several films that will be filming in LA that I'm slated to be a part of. So I plan to go back and forth because I'm just as committed to those projects in Florida as I am here. So I'll work it out. Work it out, figure it out. But I do have a lot of projects coming up soon.
Okay, great. So we can be on the lookout for those things. Right?
Yes. Do you mind if I name a few?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Well, of course, we finished Tragedy, and we're going to have Tragedy coming out later this year. Also, we'll be shooting very soon feature film Then the Night Comes. That's a suspense thriller / horror. We have the honor and pleasure of working with Mr. Patrick Kilpatrick, and one of the greatest movie villains of all time. Also, I believe Mr. Massey Furlon is also in that movie. I'll be a part of that. We also have a very feel-good athletic story that we'll be shooting as well. And another, I believe, a fun teenage cheerleader movie will be coming up. We'll be shooting. So I'm ready to work. I'm here in LA to work. Work
Right.
me. Work me,
hard,
LA.
play hard.
Work me, LA. Work me.
Okay, now I need you to kind of educate us here for a moment. For those who aren't too familiar with what IMDb credit and SAG eligibility are, explain what those credits are and what they mean to an actor or actress. Obviously, they're important titles to have, SAG eligible and then IMDb credit. What does that mean to an actor or actress?
Well, that's a very good question. SAG eligibility to someone like me is very important.
Right.
When I moved here, I was non-union, and I was getting a lot of non-union work in Florida. But through the film Tragedy of a Mother and Son, which is directed by Romaine Simon, written, produced and directed by Romaine Simon, I have become SAG eligible. It's a SAG project, and SAG eligibility means to an actor you can audition for both non-union and union productions, which is very important.
Right.
So it's a great thing, and I really appreciate Romaine casting me in the movie. I can't thank you enough, Romaine, for giving me this opportunity, because being SAG eligible definitely helps me on my journey of taking my career to the next level. IMDb, I just want to say really quick, is very important. A lot of actors don't think IMDb is important, but I do. If you want to be taken seriously in this business, I feel that people should be able to check you out, to look you up, to make sure that you are who you say you are. And if you go to imdb.com, that's the Internet Movie Database, you look up Nicole Denise Hodges, you will see my photos, headshots, resumes, and demo reels. I'm there, I'm a real person, I'm a real actress, and it's important for all actors to keep up with their IMDb so people can check you out.
So I guess just my question, what qualifies a film, because you can do several, like you've done work in the past, but it didn't qualify you. What qualifies a film for that type of, I guess, recognition, title?
Well, I mean, if you're asking, I don't know if you're asking how a film becomes SAG.
Right.
Or well, I would just briefly say that depends on whatever contract the director or producer has with SAG.
Okay.
But I was blessed to be asked by the director to be a part of this film, and whether it was union or not, I was going to be a part of it, because it's just quite frankly, it's just a damn good script. It's a very good script. So I was going to do it regardless, but the fact that it's union
it made things that much
was the
better,
cherry
right?
on the cake.
Okay. Now, you kind of already mentioned what some other projects that you're working on in the near, I guess, well, those were projects that you're working on now. What about in the near future? What can we expect from you, Nicole?
Well, the projects that I named are films I haven't filmed yet. They're actually going to start production within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I have some projects that I'll be flying back to Florida to shoot. And like I said, I may tap into directing and producing. I'm strongly considering it, because I did get an A in drama class in directing. I think it was a Jack and Jill play or something, but an A is an A either way. No, but I'm right now I'm thinking about it as I try to keep acting and getting work, other things that I can branch out and do, which will probably be directing and producing.
Okay, great. Now let's take a look here. Let our viewers know how we can stay in contact with you in terms of Facebook, Twitter, whatever social networking site you're on, so that we can stay in tune with what's going on with Miss Nicole Denise Hodges.
Thank you so much. I would really love for everybody to keep in contact with me and what I'm doing as an actress. You can look me up on Facebook, Nicole Denise Hodges. If you type in Nicole Denise Hodges, I have a fan community page that's open to the public. I need more likes. Likes are
or
important.
like the page.
Likes are important for an actress.
That's right.
Because it shows you have a fan base. So if you look up Nicole Denise Hodges on Facebook, please give me a like. I always update the page with photos. If you want to contact me regarding bookings or castings or auditions, or you want to invite me to an industry event, you can send an email to showstopper54@aol.com. Showstopper54@aol.com.
I like that. Showstopper. I love that. Okay, now everyone knows an actress always comes prepared with something. They always want to give us what they got. So we want to see.
You want to see me do something?
I want to see you do something.
I knew
Yeah,
you
so
were going
if
to
you-
ask. I knew you were going to
And
ask.
I know you're prepared.
Well, I mean, I don't really, I have to say I don't necessarily have a monologue, but, you know, since we're talking about tragedy, there is a little something I can do from the movie.
Great.
And I'll just simply tell you real quick before, in this moment, my character's daughter, Jennifer, is causing trouble again. And after church, the two parents, me and Mr. Brown, are trying to talk to her.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to give you a little bit, okay?
Just a little sneak peek. You gotta see.
All
Okay,
right.
great.
Hold it right there, young lady. Don't interrupt him while he's talking. What's gotten into you, Jennifer? Lately, we're just having problem after problem with you, sweetheart. What's the problem? We're trying to talk to you. We're trying to come through to you, and you won't listen. Baby, Mr. Brown is here to take care of us. The man came into our house to provide for this family. You should be thanking God for him. Baby, when your daddy died, it took me 10 years before I brought another man into this house. It took me 10 years to find love again, to allow somebody to come into this house with my baby and take care of us and love us. All the man has ever tried to do is teach you some morals and some dignity and some respect. And this is how you treat him? Baby, he loves us. And you know I love you. I'm your mama. You my firstborn, Jennifer. If there's something wrong, I'm asking you, baby. I'm asking you to tell us. What can we do to help you, honey? What's the reason for all this trouble? Please, sweetheart. I love you.
Oh my goodness! That was great. Now, is this taking place in the South?
Yes.
I'm from the South, and when you started talking, I'm just like, oh my God, that is my grandmother right there. I totally felt the moment.
Yeah, well, I'm from Georgia, so even though I'm from Georgia, I spent 30 years in Florida. So when I'm speaking, you get a little bit of the Georgia, but
That's
then
right.
kind
That's
of the
right.
Florida.
That's right. That was great, Nicole.
Thank you so much.
Great things are to be expected from this woman here.
Thank you.
She's given all of her contact information so we can stay in tune with her. It was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you so
You've
much.
got to
I'm
be
glad
free.
to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. It's
Total
been great.
pleasure. Thank you for tuning in for Tina Renee's Dollhouse. It was an absolute pleasure, as always. Please don't forget to check us out at ivychannel.tv.
Whatever. I'm sick of y'all anyway.